Hi, you guys. So we have a special episode today. Look, every episode is a special episode. Shay, what are we doing today? Because I am excited.
If you have not guessed by looking at us, Met Gala 2026 predictions. Okay,
Because we don't know what's going to happen, you know?
Right.
We find out when y'all find out. But because we, Shay and Mo and Shay, we are going to predict what we think going to happen.
Yeah.
Shay, what you got to add to that?
And look, you know we always right with our predictions because we did the trends. And have we not been right? We've been right.
Just saying.
So I can't wait. We got to get it started. So you want to jump on in there?
Yes.
So, Mo, what theme do you think will dominate the Met Gala in 2026?
So I think that people are going to do movies and do over the top. So I think it's going to be art and costume, like really like mixed and over the top. Like if it was a Black Swan, but like 10 times over the top if you think of a Black Swan. So I think people, in my head of me being a theater kid, I feel like they're going to do movies and Broadway shows and like people going to storytell. Everybody storytells on the carpet. So I think it's going to be over the top art, costume. That's what I think. What you think? I'm going to ask you this question.
You know, I think I agree because, you know, we just went through the Oscars. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan for winning. That's my husband. I'm claiming it. But I think like I can see how people can just like even reinterpret Sinners on the carpet. So I agree with you of like movies and using that as the base for their fashion.
It's gonna be awesome.
And you know, the Met Gala has really been amping it up with stylists at the forefront like Law Roach. So I'm excited to see who Law is gonna style and what they're gonna be wearing.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Do you know this? So we gonna just kind of rough this episode. Mm-hmm. But do you know the designers that will be featured? Because we don't really know yet.
We don't really know, but I am assuming that you're definitely going to have, of course, Chanel. You're going to have Burberry really did their thing last year because Jody,
because it was
Turner,
Louis Vuitton, right?
Louis Vuitton was on there, but you know, because each designer buys the table.
Yeah.
And Burberry really did their thing last year, especially with Jody Turner Smith. Mm-hmm. So I would love to see what they're gonna do, you know.
Your favorite designer,
Schiaparelli. It's always yes. And Balmain usually do their thing. You know, Olivia Roosting. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Is stepping down as creative director, and they have a new creative director coming. So it should be interesting to see. But I think that the same designers that you saw last year is definitely gonna be there. But I'm curious what they're going to bring and who they're going to have representing them. And you know, I can't wait for the Queen Bee.
Yeah. I'm excited for this Met Gala. I'm like being in theater and like grew up with learning how to make costumes. Just, it's like such a amazing form of art, like to make something from scratch or to revamp, because a lot of costumes are revamped into something new. So it's gonna be cool. This is like last year was amazing because it was our culture and it was, you know, so much just information and things we were learning. But just to like go into like costume is crazy. And if you think of like all the costume designers and stuff, like who's gonna intertwine with like costume designers and what movies are they gonna play with? Are they gonna have stories? Are they gonna make up their own story like I'm gonna do with my look? Like, oh, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. And I think the question I would like to ask you is, now we talked about designers. What about what celebrity are you hoping to see? Of course, they have named like co-chairs and those, but who hasn't been named? What celebrity are you hoping to see hit the carpet?
You already know we both been on Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor gonna eat. Last year, I wasn't. And this is no shade to Tiana or anything to look, because I didn't know that she had so much input on that look, and I'm really proud of her for that. It wasn't that. It was just like the eye for me was just like, okay. But it wasn't a bad look, so I would say that. But I can't wait. This year she been killing it. Like every look, like hands down, she been just murdering the red carpet. Like, and I'm so proud of her. Like she's definitely a serial killer in fashion right now. Like she's bodying carpets. I'm sorry. Like she's been doing her thing. So I want to see her. Her and Zendaya are somebody that I'm like excited to see. Love Law Roach. We love Law Roach. So we're excited to see Zendaya. Zendaya been doing amazing because her movie, The Drama, is coming out. Mm-hmm. So I've been like watching her. I'm just excited for those two. My other one is Riri. And then Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna add something. Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny is gonna come. He came last year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for Bad Bunny. He's been having an amazing the end of last year and then this year because he did the Super Bowl. But I'm excited to see Bad Bunny. And I actually added that on there. Like, I think Bad Bunny is gonna come with it. So I'm excited for him.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. And, you know, I always look forward to, like, my top artists. Because Beyonce haven't been in a very long time.
Yeah, she haven't. And that's why I can't wait to see her, too. Yeah.
So, please.
I got her on
Please
here,
make me proud, y'all. Please make me proud. But Janelle Monáe.
Oh, yeah.
That's my go-to for the Met Gala. That is the one celebrity I always
did her
look
thing
for.
Last year, and she was my favorite look, actually.
And her collaboration was with Tom Brown, who I also am excited about seeing as a designer at the Met Gala, because Tom Brown is one outside of Schiaparelli. Tom Brown is like right up there for me, and he just never misses. And especially when he collaborates.
He's in costume too, right? Is it costume he in?
Probably.
Or he's an actual.
He's an actual fashion designer. Like Tom Brown is the collection.
But do he do costume? Because I feel like I read that he does costume.
He probably
too.
Does do costume.
Okay, because a lot of the Met Gala, I mean, even though it's like avant-garde, but a lot of those looks are costumes. Like those are like one of a kind. Because costume too can be one of a kind, especially if it's made for a movie or something. It's like one of the kind. So
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I don't know why I thought he do costume design too. I don't know.
Yeah, but he does really, like, when him and Janelle Monáe collaborate, they nail it every time. Mm-hmm. And you know, he did the fashion collection for NBA All-Star Weekend when they brought that. Was it NBA All-Star Weekend or was it? I think it was NBA All-Star Weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
I like that.
I feel like it's NBA All-Star Weekend, or I could be getting it confused with the Super Bowl, but one of them he was in charge of doing the collection because it was a GQ fashion show.
Oh,
something's telling me it was the Super Bowl weekend. They're kind of blurred right now because it was back to back in the Bay Area, so that's how I was like,
oh, okay, yeah, everything been back to back for the Bay being on one. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question. How does the past Met Gala themes inspire predictions for the future events?
So the Met Gala does not like really exist in a vacuum. So the theme last year we were just talking about, the superfine tailoring, was like the first time the museum focused specifically on the style and design of Black Americans. So usually any theme that comes with the Met Gala, it's already has been in talks. It has happened, and the conversation around it has already happened. And so it's like this year, it's around fashion as art, and the exhibition is called costume art. So this is already pieces that were already curated, and they're taking that exhibit and making it the highlight, because that's how the Met Gala brings in its money. Met Museum, I should say, bring in its money, is the Met Gala. It's a fundraising event. And so past themes, it tell us what the culture is ready to receive. And this year's message is the fashion has always been art, and we really just finally say it out loud. So again, it's just like the themes are things that have already been talked about. It's just now bringing it to the forefront and saying it out loud. So I'm really excited about it, especially because I know Mo's background, and I know she got a couple of surprises up her sleeve around it. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm excited. I love the Met Gala, but yeah, this is an exciting top theme for me, because I was like, I was talking to you too. I don't know if it was last year or whatever, But I do love costume design, and I think it's something that I was gifted with by like I had the privilege. I say that I'll use a different word. I had the privilege to work with my mentor Renee Walker, and she was a costume designer. For her to show me the ropes and learn fashion that way was like it's a privilege, like to be able to go into costume design. So I'm excited for this one. I
Yeah.
am.
So the question I want to ask you next is, what cultural movements might influence fashion choices at the Met Gala?
This one I do not know, but I feel like it's gonna be a mix, and I do feel like some people gonna they're gonna mix the like dandy in there some way somehow. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of storytelling. It's gonna be a lot of stuff from movies. So I feel like it could even be movies from different cultures and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I just think people gonna be really tapped in with storytelling, movies, theater, Broadway, like all that stuff. Or even telling their own story and making a costume from something probably they want to create or a character they want to create. And it could be different cultures and all that stuff. So yeah, that's just an idea. I don't know. I'm just saying because the prediction was hard because I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. This was so I'm just answering it just freely, weirdly, whatever. So yeah. Okay, Shay. Are there any specific designers you think will make a big impact at the event?
Yeah, I know we talked about this a little bit before. And I think, again, I still stand by Tom Brown, Burberry, as my go to. And I definitely think that I don't know if it's been out there, but I really want to know who Beyonce is going to wear, because whoever Beyonce wear, that is the designer that's going to.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
gonna be like how Pharrell, yeah.
exactly. And I know Louis Vuitton's going to do their thing too as
Mm-hmm.
well. Pharrell's definitely going to be all over that red carpet. So, yeah, those are, as again, like I said, Tom Brown and Burberry. That's my eye. And then of course, Balmain. Yeah. Yeah. Because I already know, like, anything wearing like Schiaparelli, Chanel, I mean, that's just like a given, right? So I'm looking for the ones who.
I wonder, not to cut you off. I wonder is the costume designer from Black Panther is gonna collab with a designer.
Ruth E. Carter.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Me too.
I could see her. Because,
she did
again, and going
Sinners,
back to
too.
Sinners, yeah.
Yeah,
Ruth
she
E.
did
Carter
Sinners.
will be dope.
But you see what they did at the Oscars, I mean, now I'm looking at it like it'd be a Broadway show.
Yeah, and she designed her own look for the Oscars. Yeah, Ruth E. Carter, she wore her own creation.
Yeah, so
yeah, she's.
I mean, because it's not too far from fashion. It's just, and also too, like, why costumes is so important to fashion is because it's about eras. It's about where things come from, the history, the facts, all those things, and that's how a lot of the collections get developed. So without like the past and all that stuff, we wouldn't have. But you know what I'm saying? With a lot of fashion stuff wouldn't, re-come back and all that other stuff. And then people even getting inspo to create something new if we didn't have it, or so stuff wasn't done already. Because you're thinking of new ideas, you seeing something. Yeah, I love that, like that future and that past. It's theater to me. Like, somebody's developing new stories that maybe didn't have and maybe not realistic like that imagination, and then you got the realistic future past type of thing. I don't know. I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I am.
And
a
lot of statements are going to be made on that carpet. You know, and so I'm so.
They're gonna
excited.
be over the top too. I'm like, y'all know it's gonna be so German because it's costume. So just thinking of theater, like, and I grew up going to theater stuff. like even being behind stage with actors and stuff. So I seen both sides of it, even working like the whole thing, like when we was talking about the fashion show, like working the house and seeing, you know, the attendees and all these things, like being all in that. It's just like you know what the eyes are, you know what you want, you know that people want to see different things, like, so.
Do you think there are gonna, because there's always misses at the Met Gala, but do you think that this is one that many people can get wrong or shouldn't get wrong?
Say it again.
So, there's a lot of misses that happen at the Met Gala as far as people, their interpretation of the theme and their delivery of it, just the look is not there. So I'm curious on, do you feel like there is going to be a lot of misses with this particular theme, or there shouldn't be any misses with this particular theme?
I think it can be, but I also think that because it's art and it's in a different way, I think it will be less. And it might be 1 or 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. It shouldn't be a lot because this is your imagination, and the artists that like how you said, Burberry, Schiaparelli, Chanel, these people have been in these spaces. Costume is, that's why I say I believe that they're going to get inspired by movies and they're going to make that over the top. So like Black Swan, I don't know why I keep thinking of that, because it was such a fashion forward, like the swan that she wore and how she like went into like that space and she was being weird and she like two people, like that costume was crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? So I can see people going into stuff deep and like bringing these stories out. So when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, that's Sinners, oh my God, that's Black Swan. Like, I don't think they can really miss on that. But if you're doing it over the top and you doing maybe Black Swan where she's all crystals, but you can see that she's a swan, you know what I'm saying? Or she changed into the white. Like, people are gonna really be, I really feel like they're gonna be going to like the roof and having her name is Ruth, was it Ruth?
Ruth E. Carter.
Going to her and getting help because how amazing the costumes looked in Black Panther. Like, I wouldn't even, when I seen like Black Panther, I went another time to see just to watch the costumes. I was like at all. Yeah. So if you a movie watcher and you love movies, it's about the eyes. Like, people are really gonna be looking at what is gonna be next. So even the artist is making sure that they're doing over the top, exquisite, crazy stuff. So I don't think that can miss. Like, art is definitely, everybody see art differently, but I think they're gonna do it as a painting. Everybody see that painting in a different way, and I think it's gonna be a costume way of seeing this art. So,
and I hope people are really challenging themselves. You know, I wouldn't really care to see someone take an actual piece that someone worn years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and put it on and then be like, hey, because it's like, this is one thing where you really get to show.
Everything should be made.
Yeah,
custom.
It's really get to show.
It should be custom items.
Your vision, this is to lean into that. So I just hope that people are really challenged, because I already know looks are probably already made and being finalized. So I just hope people really push the boundary.
I agree. You know? I definitely agree. Yeah. Don't go hard. Go big or go home. Go big or go hard. Like, did I say it right?
Go big or go home.
Yeah, go big or go home. I think I go big or go hard. Yes, please push the boundary, because this is where you can lay it all out. Yeah. Like, it's so many things you could play into, like theater. It's just so many things. You can even do a music video and use the costumes from, like, it's anything that has costume in it and then make it art on that red carpet, you gonna win every time. You just gotta think, everybody gotta think outside the box. Yeah. So it shouldn't be no small box either. You know? Rip yourself out the plastic and you acted brand new. I'm just saying. Act brand new on this
Act
carpet. Put
new.
yourself out there.
Okay.
Be a weirdo. This is your time to be the biggest weirdo.
Yes.
You know? So I love costume because you can be
Mm-hmm.
like, if it costs for that, you could be a big weirdo. So how do you think the celebrity guest list will reflect this year's theme?
So, co-chairs, the host committee, those are very, very important. The co-chairs, especially, we know Beyonce, Venus Williams, and Nicole Kidman are the co-chairs, and that says a lot about what we should expect at the Met Gala, especially because Beyonce hasn't been since 2016.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's gonna come with it. She's making.
So that's 10 years.
And
Wow.
Venus Williams is a powerhouse. Her sister Serena Williams is a powerhouse, and then Nicole Kidman's a powerhouse, especially when it comes to film. So I think that
I hope that Serena come with it because you remember they was getting on her for a little bit.
we love our Serena. We love our Serena,
'Cause
but
that's a beautiful woman. Her energy.
yes,
is
but I
beautiful
think
women.
that sometimes it's
She was falling.
it's not always aligning with what we're
Get with the right. No, but when I was happy people said something because it is so important for us as Black women to look a certain way. But when people were saying something there, I guess it bothered her and she started coming through with it. Like, but I need her to bring it. Like, she's such a beautiful woman to me. Her and her sister. Like, I just need them to bring it. And I hope people want to work with them so they can push that boundary for them and put them out there and. Man, get weird. Like, I want to see some stuff for them. Like, I want to see shit moving. I want to see stuff transforming and stuff.
And I think that's what's also interesting because if you look at the co-chairs, they all represent a different type of art, right? So Beyonce is a singer, dancer. She does act. Now, I will agree. Beyonce don't always hit it with the acting, but she, like, her body and art form when it comes to just dancing and music is amazing. Then you have Venus Williams, who is sports. So I definitely am excited to see that interpretation of fashion as art. And then you have Nicole Kidman, which her art form is
art.
Movie, So you have these three different types of art that's representing that. So I expect to see a mixture of all of that on the carpet, and I think that really lays the ground of what we can expect at the Met Gala.
A lot of avant-garde. I think all of it. It's gonna be it's not gonna be weird, but I feel like Met Gala period is not. Nobody's wearing that, so get weird, one of a kind. Show up. I don't know about Kim Kardashian. I want to say bring her, but because last year she underwhelmed me. And sometimes I love Kim Kardashian looks, but last year I was like, girl, bye. Her and all of them. Kendall, her, and I didn't like their looks. Like, I felt like they could have went way bigger.
Yeah.
With their resources.
I think the Kardashians is an example of celebrities that, because they're so used to, it doesn't matter, their name says a lot when it comes into a room, that it's kind of like, I'm Kim Kardashian. I could put on what I want and it's gonna work.
And I can say I got a love and hate relationship with Kim Kardashian. I don't care who feel away, but I do. I think she know why people got a love and hate relationship with her. But fashion wise, Kim, like, sometimes she just be killing it. Like, she looks so good. One of the looks that I liked that she wore at the Met Gala when she was sucked in and she was like raindrop. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite looks that she wore. And I like that look because it looked like a costume. Like, that was something that just she had to suck her body in. It was unrealistic. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was definitely an artist when I looked at that. It was just beautiful and all the drops and stuff. And then that because she loved that latex stuff.
Yeah, because it really conforms her body and it shows off her body.
So, and I'm for the body when they body, okay? So, and when people look good, they look good. I don't care what nobody say. She can be looking good.
She do,
so,
absolutely.
So I just feel like she could push it a little bit, and it's like a tough love. Like, girl, push it.
Yeah.
She's such a beautiful woman.
Yeah, I don't think no celebrity is above pushing.
And also too, they got the resources, because if I was going to the Met Gala and I had the resources, when I say I will pop out and show, people would be like, Monique crazy. I will literally, I maybe would have been playing this out as soon as they released it. Like, I'll be playing, I'm doing this movie thing. I'm this character. I would have just been going such a down a rabbit hole. So,
but I think that's what comes up with being fashionable versus stylish, right? And the Kardashians are very, very fashionable. They know their brands. They're going to wear their brands well.
This is true.
Can you really say what the Kardashian style is? You can't, right? Their canvases is blank and it's fitting for any designer. They can make really most designs look great, but you can't say what is a Kim Kardashian style, what is a Kris Jenner style, or sorry, I'm saying Kris Jenner, Kylie, Kendall Jenner. Those are the genders, but that's how you know the difference really between fashionable
I can see
and
Kendall though, because she's a model, so that's different because that's how she gotta be, you know. And I know Kim is kind of like considered as one as well, but I feel like, girl, you got too many resources. I need you to bring that. Like, this is her time to really pop out. I know she got her name and stuff, but she need to pop out, because this is it. I feel like this is made for her, especially since she's going into acting. Like, this is her red carpet, in my opinion. Right along with Tiana Taylor. Well, she should be the top, because I don't even think she was the top last year to be talking. I don't think people was really talking about her last year. Like how they was talking about Tiana Taylor, Janae Monáe. How they was like talking about Andrew 3000. They was literally talking about certain people, and Kim wasn't up there.
Yeah, and I think that a part of that may have been intentional, right? I think that I can see Kim, and maybe I could be wrong, I could see Kim saying this Met Gala, it was for us. It was for us. And so I can see how there was a lot of celebrities who were not black who really toned it all the way down. And I was I think
get black designers,
and they show could have, and I agree with that. So yeah, I think it's just the intent of their team and probably what they decided. But yeah, Kim was not on the top of the list last year for it. So we'll see, you know, what they bring. And
I want to see,
because they get invited every year, and our invitation just keeps getting lost. But one day
we're gonna be
it's gonna make it.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna stay out some people,
and you're gonna see Mo and Shay at the Met Gala. Okay.
Yeah, Met Gala they ain't gonna know what hit them. Okay.
Yes.
Because the Met Gala is where to be.
I know we have to close it soon, as we could talk about Met Gala all day. Is there anything else that we should touch on for our community as they prepare?
Do you got the last question and we both can answer it? What you think?
I guess where are you going to be watching the Met Gala? I think that's one of the things that come up a lot is people don't know where to watch the Met Gala.
I don't know, Shay. Where do you think we should watch it?
I do a couple of things. Okay, so I usually watch it from Vogue. Vogue either going to post they'll post it on YouTube, they'll post it live on Instagram. So definitely, because that's the great source, because of course that's who's all over the Met Gala. And then I watch E as well, because E tend to have a panel going on that really is dissecting the different looks and doing something similar to what Mo and I do, and they have like all these facts and things about it. So I kind of switch back and forth. You will never get to see all of the looks hitting the carpet in real time. Yeah. It's just impossible. So after the Met Gala is over, definitely start going to the gram, social media, and seeing who's posting, because you'll be like, I didn't even know so-and-so was there.
I watched E and I didn't see a lot of them looks.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, well, that's exactly what I went to Instagram. And I was like, oh my God, Tiana Taylor. Oh my God. That's how I just started, like, okay. And, we just you start dissecting it and figuring out, like, what do I like, what I don't like.
Yeah.
Or they could have went harder. I thought I'd expect different.
Yeah. I really want Lala to bring it one year, because Lala does a lot of the hosting for Vogue. And
you said Lala?
Yeah, Lala.
Oh, okay.
And I really, really want it so bad for her to have a moment. And she hasn't had her moment yet. We'll see if it'll
She
be
needs
this
to
year.
hook up with Law Roach. Because Law is it, honey. I look up to him so much. Law is at the top. And he is so creative, being in his school, like just learning like his techniques and stuff. Like I know where he at. Like he's awesome, and I love that he's willing to help people. I also love like his backstory, like how he had to figure things out and how he's knew that he was like just different and just Law is awesome.
He's
I love
definitely
Law
getting his wings, his stars, and but don't get it twisted. Law has been in the industry for a very long time. He did not become Law overnight, and I think that's important of what you're saying of his background. You know, so it's his moment. It's his time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of time I said this on last season. I was saying how your personality, who you are, the core of you is so expensive. And I think with Law that even when he had that moment when he was talking about he was retiring, he had that moment because he wasn't selling himself. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times people get into this industry because it's brutal. Like fashion industry is brutal.
It's brutal.
I mean, what some examples, Law there was Prada, how it just was brutal. That's a prime example of how brutal it is. But Law didn't want to sell himself to be Law Roach. He was already Law Roach. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. It does take time. And if you really research Vera Wang, how long it took her.
Okay.
It's Vivienne Westwood. Like, it's people that took a very long time to get where they're at.
Yes.
Dior. Like, took a and a lot of them hit in their 40s. I just turned 41 this year. So and I've been in the industry for 25 plus years. It takes time.
Yes,
and
it does.
You have to, one thing I'm not going to say I would never do it because I also believe that sometimes you say never, you put it on yourself. But one thing I work on daily is to not sell myself to have a spot at the table. I know that I have a table already and it's building and I'm extending it and, maybe shape the form of it and learning and stuff like that. Also know that meeting new people is those opportunities to get to where I'm going.
Absolutely.
But to sell my soul to try to get ahead, and that's why I feel like with Law Roach, he just was true to himself, and that's why where he at. Mm-hmm. And like even when he had pitched the idea to Zendaya and like that whole how their relationship came about, it's an awesome story, and it's just like as designers, as fashionistas, as stylists, if you not looking towards Law Roach, you not styling. I mean, you not following him. You not looking towards his story. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know, because you need examples to let you know that it is possible to get to where you need to be. So, and he is somebody that I know. There's a lot of stuff that he has said about his story I've been through. So I'm just like, dang, it's possible, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's always room at the top. Are you willing to do the climbing to get there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might have to go on another path. You might have to take off your shoes and hurt your feet. You might have to climb for a long time. It's brutal.
Yeah.
That part should be brutal. The climb of it. But it's a privilege to even climb, so...
Okay, Mo. I mean, Mo done took us to church. Okay.
Look, I love Law Roach.
But I mean, everything you said was on point, and I think that another fact that people have to also know is like just be mindful of who you say no to.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we do have that mentality, especially as artists, where we feel like, oh, I got to get there. They can't get there with me. But like that person you just said no to, they may surpass you in a way. And one day you're going to be in a room.
That's a big one for
me. Be mindful, like who you say no to, because it comes back to bite you sometimes, And
I think a lot of people don't really understand that just because somebody not where you at, don't mean they can't bypass you.
Absolutely.
And you still climbing, like, so you never... I would say don't put a standstill on your growth for somebody. I don't care who it is. But don't look down on people because they might not have the experience. That's why I said that too. It don't matter how long you've been in the industry. You know what I'm saying? It could be 22 seconds. It could be 5 years. It could be 25 plus years. It don't matter. When it's your time, it's your time. And I would never look down on nobody that might not have the experience that I had, because that doesn't mean anything. What means something is me taking that and continuously and not giving up and keep going and be consistent with myself and all the things that I promised myself to keep going. Not letting nobody deter me off of that. Just, I think a lot of times people be rude and mean to people that they feel that is beneath them. Nobody is beneath you. So,
I agree.
Just saying.
So with that said again, we will be at the Met Gala because we are climbing. Okay?
And we're going to do some content.
Okay?
We're going to have some content for Met Gala for sure. But with my look, I am going to do a surprise look on the day of Met Gala. I'm going to do, take y'all behind the scenes of me sewing the look. But I wanted to tell a story. I want some of y'all to guess, if y'all can, what era this is or where it's coming from or what theme of my look is. Either or. Because it might not be a year. Just saying. But I wanted to do something where, because it's the costume, but then I'm taking it to art. So I want to take y'all on a journey with me making it, and this is my background. So, and Shay might be with me, She might be doing her own thing and stepping in the films. I don't know. We go see with the content. So
You gonna see.
y'all gotta come. It's surprise. So we got this.
Yeah. Okay. Met Gala, here we come.
Here we come.
So, now, you know what you need to do at this time. If you have not already, subscribe, like, comment. Who you looking forward to seeing at the Met Gala? What designer, what celebrity? Let us know. And if you don't even know anything about the Met Gala, now you do, and tune in, okay?
And these are predictions. What are yours?
Oh, I love that. Until next time.
Until next time.